Have you ever wanted something a few meters away from you and pretended that you could move it with your mind, and then it actually started moving? And then you heard knocking on your door and it was government agents telling you that they needed you to come with them, so you escaped through the chimney and ran away? Then you might be a psychic. A psychic is a hero that has broken the boundary between their mind and the real world, so they can cast spells with just their thoughts and emotions. They're spontaneous spellcasters that use occult spellcasting, and their key attribute is either intelligence or charisma. Psychics also get focus spells called amps, but lots of spontaneous spellcasters can cast occult spells and have focus spells, so then what is the point of a psychic? One of the defining rules of focus spells is that they operate completely independently of your regular spells. They're just bonus magic tricks you can do. However, this is not true for a psychic. In fact, a psychic's focus spells, amps, don't actually do anything on their own. Instead, some of the psychic's cantrips are special cantrips called psi cantrips. A psychic can cast these cantrips as regular cantrips, or they can spend a focus point to enhance them and make them more powerful, amplifying them, hence the name amp. As a psychic, you'll make two choices: your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind tells you what your psychic power is, if you have telekinesis, telepathy, pyrokinesis, or something else, while your subconscious mind is the source of that power. Is it through careful meditation, or do you get extremely angry and destroy stuff? In the Dark Archive book where the psychic was released, there are 6 conscious minds. The distant grasp, which gives you telekinesis so you can move stuff around, push creatures, and throw things. The infinite eye, which gives you clairvoyance so you can look into the future and see enemy weak spots. The oscillating wave gives you energy manipulation and lets you alternate shooting fire and frost. If you use a fire spell after you just used a fire spell, it will come out as a cold spell and vice versa, so you'll always alternate. The silent whisper, which gives you telepathy so you can plant thoughts, confuse people, and communicate with your mind. The tangible dream, which gives you mental projections like lights, colors, shields, and weapons. And the unbound step, which gives you teleportation so you can teleport small objects, zip around, and make projectiles go further. When you choose your conscious mind, you'll also get some bonus spells added to your repertoire that match your psychic power thematically, which includes some psi cantrips. It might seem confusing as a psychic which of your spells are cantrips, spells, psi cantrips, or amps. Many of your spells are no different from any other caster. Since you're a spontaneous spellcaster, you'll start with a spell repertoire, which are the menu of spells you permanently have access to, while your spells per day tell you how many times you can cast a spell of a specific rank. Cantrips are reliable spells that scale with your level that you can cast infinitely. The granted spells from your conscious mind don't change your spells per day, just what's in your repertoire. And you also get some bonus cantrips, which are more powerful than the regular version, and a unique cantrip. That's the exact same as any other cantrip, it was just invented specifically for the psychic, and no other class gets access to it. You get most of your conscious mind cantrips at level 1, but get another unique cantrip at level 6, your deeper cantrip, and deepest at level 10. These granted cantrips are called psi cantrips, and that's because these are the cantrips that you can spend your focus points to enhance and make more powerful. For example, Telekinetic Hand, formerly Mage Hand, is a classic cantrip that any occult spellcaster could take, and lets you move around light bulk objects. You could take it as one of your regular cantrips if you wanted, but if you're a psychic with telekinetic powers called the Distant Grasp conscious mind, you get it for free, and it's more powerful. It can move up to 1 bulk. On top of that, you have the ability to spend a focus point to amp it, so you can use it to shove an enemy creature and hold them in place to reduce their move speed. At level 1, you can cast 1 rank 1 spell per day. You have 1 rank 1 spell in your repertoire, plus your conscious mind granted spell, 3 regular cantrips, and 3 psi cantrips. Amps can also have heightened effects. Remember that cantrips are automatically heightened to a spell rank equal to half your level rounded up. If you amp a psi cantrip that's been heightened to a higher rank, that amp might also scale with your level. That means if you cast an amped psi cantrip at a higher level, the psi cantrip version will just be more powerful than the regular cantrip version. The cantrip's effect might be heightened from your level. It will get additional benefits from the amp, and the amp's effects will get heightened from your level. The rules for focus points are also slightly different for psychics. Your maximum number of focus points is fixed, 2 until level 5 it goes to 3. But when you refocus for 10 minutes, 2 are restored. These powers are only the conscious mind of the psychic. The subconscious mind is where their power comes from. That's why the psychic might have one of 2 key attributes. Each subconscious mind also gives you a psyche action, but you can't use it normally because it's hidden within your psyche. Emotional acceptance has the key attribute charisma and lets you heal an ally or give them status bonuses. Gathered lore is intelligence and lets you aid allies with weird sayings and parables. GOULS. Precise Discipline is intelligence and lets you calculate incoming threat and increase AC. Wandering Reverie is charisma and lets you conceal yourself inside your own daydreams. However, the only way you can use your psych action or any action with the psyche trait is if you have unleashed your psyche. If a psychic casts a spell in a previous turn, then they can bring their subconscious mind to the battlefield with Unleash Psyche as a free action. When they unleash Psyche, psychic magic begins orbiting them, and the psychic can add bonus damage to all their spells. That's when they can use their psyche action. But these powers only last 2 rounds. Then it ends and the psychic becomes stupefied 1 for 2 rounds. A psychic can't use Unleash Psyche as long as they're stupefied. In conclusion, psychics are just regular occult, spontaneous spellcasters who can choose a conscious mind that gives them special powers and a subconscious mind that grants the source of their powers. Conscious mind gives extra spells and cantrips to their repertoire that are just like any other spell or cantrip, except psychics can spend their focus points to amplify their cantrips to make them more powerful. The cantrips granted by their conscious mind are also just more powerful than they are for other people. The subconscious mind determines their key attribute and can be unleashed unto the world with Unleash Psyche, which gives them bonus damage and a funky action that they can do for 2 rounds, but then leaves them stupefied.